Last time out, we hit the top of the Dutch second division. And the question is, has our form continued? And do we still have a job? Hello, and it's a very warm welcome to episode 5 of Going Dutch, as we try and turn around a Dutch side that's been relegated from the Eredivise, in this case Waalwijk, as we try and return them to the top flight and leave them as an established side. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you 2 games, and yes, we are still in a job as it stands at the moment. I'll bring you up to date with that in just a moment or two, but today we have an away match in the KNVB Dutch Cup first round against PEC Zwolle, and then we play Topos at home in the Keukenkampioen Divisie match day 13. And yes, the latest news that we had was that there was 2 consortiums, if you remember, that were going in for taking Waalwijk over. One of them has dropped out, which leaving it to the other one. And I can't remember for the life of me if they were the ones that were going to give us the sack or not. But I'm hoping that the form that we are in will prevent them from doing so. And I guess time will tell. We'll have to try and fix it if it does go to that extent. All I can tell you is that if you do enjoy today's episode, presuming we don't get the sack, maybe you enjoy us getting the sack, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the series so far. Thank you to all those who have commented. I will reply to you as soon as I am able. I do appreciate all your support, though. Thank you very much. And don't forget to keep up to date with everything that is happening on this channel by following me on X at JustOffsideFM, and we'll hopefully have some extra videos very shortly, a tactics one and one about football shirts as well. So keep tuned to this channel and do the notification thing and follow me on X, and you will get to know when all those videos are due out. So thank you very much for watching. Right, let's get on with it. Let's have a look, because we've got loads to get on with and we need to tick it on today. As I said, PEC Zwolle and Topos are the two sides that we play today. We'll have a closer look at that in just a moment. We've played 2 games whilst you've been away. VVV Venlo and Young PSV. We've won both those games, which means the form is good, which I'm hoping, because I think one of the things they said was the consortium wanted to come in because they wanted to get back into the Eredivise. Well, I'm hoping that the form we're in will convince them that I'm the right man for the job, because we have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games now unbeaten, and actually we've had 4 wins off the bat since we got those 2 draws, and we've changed the formation a little bit and seem to be doing very, very well. Yes, we beat Venlo by 3 goals to 1. Kirsten Litzes getting 2 of them, Tomezhikov getting the other one, and it was a good day at the office against Venlo. Sinones out to Latunda, and the first goal from Litzes, ball back in. Litzes was at the near post, flicked it in the back of the net. 29 minutes, 1-0. 2-0 after 38, a further 9 minutes, and it was Litzes again. Latunda down that wing once again, inside to Veru. Veru to Congaloo, through to Litzes, who created himself a bit of space and whipped it past De Boer in the Venlo goal, and 2-0 at half time, and we thought, well, maybe we can keep a clean sheet. That went to the wall after 65 minutes. It's ball out to Thea, into Simans, who looked as if he might have been offside, but evidence suggested otherwise when they showed us the lines, and it was 2-1 at this point, but 10 minutes later, Tomezhikov, who come on as a substitute for Burhut, who just hasn't been firing on cylinders yet. He scored our third and made it safe. Van der Bush out to Geary. Geary comes forward, the attack lining themselves up. Tomezhikov just whipped that from outside the box as they thought a pass was going to come in. and it was a cracking shot. Listes, no surprise, got player of the match. 1 key pass, 2 goals, an 8.0. He did get the same as Latonda, to be fair. And good to see Kongaloo getting a 7.8 as well. 12 shots, 8 on target. That's 2/3, which is very, very good. 1.82 and 55% of the possession. They had 7 shots, just 2 on target. 0.47 and 45%. I think we could be relatively happy with that. Then we went to PSV, to young PSV. Thought this was going to be a fairly tight match, but it ended up being quite good in the end. We had 14 shots, 4 on target, 1.90, 58% of the possession against their 6 shots, 3 on target, 2.29 on the XG and 42% of the possession. We managed to keep them out as it was, and it was Yaran Borhot that suddenly found a little bit of form. Pollock out to Lemuri. Lemuri to Selanese, and Selanese drops it straight into Borhot. He just chested it down and puts it past Schicks in the PSV goal. 1-0, and it remained that way until half-time. Second half, it was one of those, and we never knew. We were just half expecting them to get back in the game, but they never really showed any evidence of doing so. And Yaran Borhot pretty much put it beyond doubt on 65 minutes. Lavelde out on the far side. It's Selanese again, and Selanese again lining up with Borhot, putting it right in his path. And Borhot doesn't need to take many chances like that, and he popped that one away. He's second of the game, our second of the game, and he got a player of the match for that. 1 key pass, 1 clear-cut chance created, and 2 goals. An 8.5. Selanese got an 8.4 and fully deserved it, and it was great to see that many greens down that right-hand side, and a good day at the office, which leaves us in the Coupe Campion looking like this, if I may say so. Let's have a look at the table. We are top, 4 points clear of Willem II in second place on 23 points. Groningen are third on 23 points, so Willem the third. They're just on a little bit of goal difference. Graafschap in the fourth playoff place. The second playoff place, getting confused now, on 22. Young AZ, of course, who've dropped away now. They were leading the pack at one point, but they've had a run of poor form, lost 3. They did win their last game, but lost 3 previous to that, and has knocked them down the table. Excelsior, the other team in the playoff spots at the moment, and they do have a game in hand. So if they were to win that game in hand, would rise to second place as it currently stands. I believe they've got to play Den Haag, looking at this. So that's how the top slots look at the bottom of the table. Telstar on 4 points. They're 3 points adrift now of Eindhoven, and they're going to get caught if they're not careful. And then come young PSV, who are not doing particularly well, on 9 points, the same as Topos, our second opponents of today's episode. And then Den Bosch in 16th place on 11 points. They've lost their last 3 in a row and are dropping down that table a little bit like a stone. Right, I don't think there's a great deal else to tell you other than we are going to meet PEC Zwolle, Eredivise side, currently 6th in the Eredivisie, beating the media prediction, who the media prediction was for them to finish in 14th place. So they are playing ahead of themselves. They drew 1-1 in their last game against Roda. The game before that lost 2-0 to PSV, and they play in a kit that looks very much like Queen's Park Rangers, if I may say so. Right, it's the Dutch Cup first round then. Are we going to progress to the second round? Can we make some money in doing so? Let's go and find out. And the team that will face PEC Zwolle. What I neglected to do, I keep forgetting that we've dropped down at the Eredivisie, and therefore we probably have met some of these sides. PEC Zwolle, we have played them twice in obviously this season that we got relegated before we come managing them at their place last season. We beat them by a goal to 0. It was Michel Kramer, who never longer plays for us, scoring after 18 minutes, the only goal of the game. We did lose 2-0 though at our place. Davy van der Berg getting both goals in that one at the Eredivisie back in May. I think we were pretty much relegated at that point in time. This is the side then that will face them. And this is the team that faces Zwolle. It's a fairly unchanged side. There's a couple of changes from the last match, but Vessen is in goal. Congaloo, Van de Beige, Pollock are our defensive line. Latonda and Shrivers playing as the wide complete wing backs. That's the word I was looking for. Varro and Schapperman are playing in midfield. Listes and Selanese, who played wide in the last game behind Berhout, continue that form of attack. And then on the bench today, we have Salamane, Rikek, Lukesa, Min, Gari, Margray, Tajmezhnikov, Vatas, Tekidine. I think he's one of the youth players. Maybe he's not. Lobinger, Lemure, and Oakley. Oakley, of course, is injured, coming back. He's not fully fit. Neither is Tekadine, so we'll probably only use them in a very, very extreme circumstances. And here we are, Zwolle playing a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder. They've won 2, lost 2, drawn 1 of their last 5 matches. We've won 4 of our last 5 and playing our new formation of a flat back 3. Zwolle, as I said, playing in those hoops. Six minutes on the clock. We have a free kick. It's Listes over the free kick. And he's played that into Shepperman, and it's a goal. Latonda has scored. Thierry Latonda after 7 minutes. And we go 1 up against Zwolle. A well-worked free kick. Played that into Shepperman. Shepperman hit it first time to Latonda. And to Latonda, putting it away. 1 off the training ground, I think. Question whether he was offside. Oh, no. I think that defender there, when you look at it, was just, his leg was just forward enough. Well struck, though. And a highlight from the restart, which is a bit of a worry. Always a worry as far as I'm concerned. Schultz, Lamb, and Fielder playing, of course. And he's gone past everybody. Well blocked, but it's gone in. Got a deflection, and they defended that reasonably well. But Messina gets them level straight from the restart. And, that was a short-lived lead. Fielder here. He's one of our players that left in the transfer window. Well defended. And should have never got into that position. And it was deflected. What a shame. The 2 of them cut it off. And Vessen was well placed for it had he had the shot. But it got deflected. And it looked like it was going to go outside the post. But it didn't in the end. It caught the post and went in. 14 minutes on the clock. Congaloo to Varro. Varro over the top to Beerholt. But it was a little bit too hard. This ball's still going to get to life. Pollock, well won by those front 2. Shrivers goes out wide. Shrivers, can he get this ball in? Shrivers crosses it. It's deep. And goalkeeper punched it down, Listes. And the goalkeeper punched it straight at Listes. And Listes said, thank you very much. And on 16 minutes, we take a 2-1 lead. Shrivers just kept going down that wing and didn't think he was going to get that ball across. He did. Goalkeeper punched it, goodness knows why, straight into the path of Listes. Mulliner, we've got them back level straight after, and Selanese has won that ball. Selanese comes forward. Selanese from distance, straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Danuja. McNulty. As they look to get themselves back into the game. Schultz. Falida. Lamb. Falida. Schultz over the top, but that's safe. Pollock is there. It's a bit of a speculative ball, shall we say. Congaloo. Congaloo has Varro there. Varro. Playing as one of the 2 defensive mids. Listes. Latonda. Darouche trying to get his foot in there. Didn't get it. Dan Boyce comes forward. Pollock. Look, looking for a way through. Varro through to Shepperman. Shepperman has been tackled, but it's gone to Shrivers. Shrivers into space. Shrivers hit the inside of the post, and he's hit the back of the goalkeeper and gone in. And it's 3-1. And Chanel, the goalkeeper, Schneider, he's having a real rough day in goal there, because this was really unlucky. Shrivers had a go, hit the far post, come back and hit him on the bottom, straight in the back of the net. 3-1. 38 on the clock. Latonda to Congaloo. Congaloo to Den Bosch. Latonda. Congaloo. Varro. Back to Latonda. Latonda, that's a bit of a wayward pass. Looking for Listes, I think, but didn't find him. But back by Shepperman. Shrivers comes forward. He's tackled. Referee getting in the way. Varro through to Listes. Listes again doesn't get on the end of it. And Lopez comes forward. Lopez is going to have a shot. No, he's not. Valanas is going to have a shot, and he's tucked it in the far post, and it's 3-2. They're not dead and buried yet. And on 40 minutes, it's they're back in the game. From looking like we had a bit of a comfortable lead, they've got back in it. And Valanas and Vassen should have got that. Half-time has arrived, and we managed to survive through to half-time with a lead. 7 shots, 5 on target, 0.61. 54% of the possession. They've had 4 shots, 2 on target, which they've scored both. 0.69 and 46% of the possession. Yeah, it's not what we wanted, but we've still got a lead, and we need to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves down, and get ourselves going in this second half. I think we must have hurt them in the first half. They made 2 changes at half-time. And Lopez gives that ball away to Varro, but Varro's lost it straight away. They were very quick to react to get that back. And we've got to be careful here. Shrivers tidies up. Shepperman back to Den Bosch. Congaloo, it is a wide ball and a poor ball from Doiburg, and it's through to Vassen. Luckily, the day was saved. Congaloo. Latonda finds Listes. Back to Latonda. Latonda comes forward. Kept that ball in, I think. And he chips this ball looking for Selenais, who's headed it out wide. He's got it back. He's got support there, but he's Shepperman inside. It's crossed in. And we've got that 2-goal lead again. Listes. And Listes on 50. I'm not sure if it's 55 or 56, giving us a 2-goal lead. And it was a well-worked goal in the end. We'll see it. Selenais not giving that one up. And he had the support of Shrivers, but he didn't use him. Inside to Shepperman. Shepperman into the area. And, yeah, on 56 minutes, straight through the legs of the defender. And good goal. And we have a corner. 63 minutes on the clock. It's going to be a short one. Varro to Listes. Listes crosses this ball deep, looking for Shepperman. He's not found him. He's somebody on the ground there. And it's Berheit who gets his 4th goal of the season and puts us 3 goals in lead after 64 minutes. 5-2 the scoreline. Listes again involved in this. It's a cross ball in. Somebody goes to ground. I think it was Latonda actually going to ground, but fell nicely to Berhut. I like from the restart again, they made a change. And can't do anything with that at the moment. Lamb. Gorlich. And Listes picks that ball up. Congaloo. Varro to Listes. Listes through to Borhut. Borhut to Latonda. Latonda into the area. Oh, wow. Selenais just blasted that over the top. Good move. And Borhut doing some work there. Out to Latonda. Crossed into the area. And nearly on 76 minutes, making 2 changes. Selenais has come off for Ilias Takadine, and Patrick Varro has come off in midfield for Oakley. And with nearly 85 minutes on the clock, we're making 2 more changes. Listes, who's had a fantastic game on 2 goals. He's tiring though, and we've taken him off almost certainly player of the match. And we brought in on Lovinger, The other change we have made is in defence. We have brought on Omar Rekik in place of Van der Beek, and moved Matty Pollock over into that central defender of the three. We have a corner, Latonda, 93 minutes on the clock, third of four added on, and it's gone in, and Lobinger's come on. He's got his fourth goal of the season, and we've beaten Zwolle 6-2 by the looks of it. What a day. And we go into the second round draw. Oh dear, that was a bit of a mix-up. It's all over, and what a day. We have beaten PEC Zwolle 6-2, 16 shots, 10 of which have been on target, 2.12 and 56% of the possession against their 8 shots, 4 on target, 1.01 and 44% of the possession. Listes picking up a player of the match, 1 key pass, 1 clear-cut chance created, 2 goals and 8.6. Shepperman didn't do too bad either. Well, some other notable score lines from the 2 days of Dutch Cup matches. As we have a quick look down, Dordrecht 3-1 winners over Fortuna Sittard. Eindhoven beating Scheveningen by 4-1. Graafschap beating FC Twente of the Eredivisie. So another second division side beating a first division side by 2-1 in that one. Actually, I didn't realise Fortuna Sittard are so Dordrecht again beating a Eredivisie side in there. Maastricht only getting through on penalties, a 4-4 draw in that one. Telstar beating NEC Nijmegen again from the Eredivisie by 1-0. So some giant killing going on here. Willem II beating Noordwijk by 3-0, and Sparta Rotterdam 2-1 against Topos. And then in today's matches, Roda de Kerkrade beating Dem by 5-0. Excelsior beating another Eredivisie side, Hercules Almelo, by 3-1. That was in extra time, mind you. Who else have we done? We've knocked out a Eredivisie side, of course, 6-2. Some big scorelines in this round of the Cup. No other surprises, I don't think. Den Haag beating Emmen in extra time. That was an all KKD thing, and Groningen beating ASWH by 6-0. Some more below here, I think. Anybody else knocking anybody big out? Breda beating Odin 59 by 6-0. Some, as I said, some big score lines. Yes, Dan Bosch beating Vitesse by 1-0 to knock another Eredivisie side out. No doubt we will have a draw. If it comes up before any more news, then I will let you know. We have, I think it's only about 3 days down to our next game. If there's no news or no draw, we'll come back just ahead of the game against Topos. And so we come back just ahead of this game against Topos, 17th of the table. No draw on the horizon yet, so it'll probably be at the start of the next episode. Topos, we haven't played before, so it's unknown territory. And in which case, let's go and have a look at the side that faces Topos in the KKD Match Day 13. And this is the team that faces Topos in this KKD Match Day 13, the Kuchen Campion Divisie. And, well, can we continue that run at the top of the table and, well, maybe even extend our lead at the top of the table and hopefully fight off any thoughts of being sacked if the new board take over. The other thing is we are 1 match away from breaking a club record for the amount of games won in a row, or amount of games unbeaten in a row. So we could achieve that today by beating Topos. This is the side that we're going to put out to try and do that. Vessen continues in goal. It's Van der Beek, Pollock and Lemuri across the back three. Vatters comes back in. Varou and Shepperman continue in midfield. Liveld is out on the right. Margre is on the left. Salonaise is out on the right. Buhut is up front. All these players, of course, coming in, having played in that cup match, and might not be 100%. Yeah, we might be doing some swapping as they get tired throughout. That's why Listez is on the bench, and Shrivers today, both having good games last time out. But yes, and Oakley, he's just literally a day away from retraining. It should be available if we need him, like we did in the last game, just to shore us up. That's the team then. Sorry, I haven't been through the bench, have I? That's the team on the pitch. On the bench, it's Salamani, Geary, Lakessa, Min, Latonda, Oakley, Temeshnikov, Kongaloo, Listez, Lobinger, Shrivers, and Rekic. That's the team to face Topos. And here we are back at our home ground. I can never remember what it's called. Playing our usual formation. Won our last 5 games on the trot. They've drawn 3, won 1, lost 1. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. And this is how the table looks. We're on top on 27 points. Topos 17th on 9 points. Batters with a throw-in, 18 minutes on the clock. It's crossed into the area. Margray in, and it's a second go, but Bauholt couldn't keep it down. Somebody's injured in amongst that lot. We'll see in a minute. Is it Shepperman? Yes, Shepperman has picked up a knock. Barrow through to Margray, and it was defended well. Back in, and Bauholt just hit it too hard. Nandeth with a throw in, 34 on the clock. We've not had a shot on target to date, which is a bit of a worry for Rowe, Margray. And he's popped that out to Schmidt, who isn't on our side, I hasten to add. This ball crossed in, and Pollock heads it away, but it's sort of cleared. Margray now comes away with it. Burhot, back to Margray. Margray to Shepperman. Shepperman still with that knock. He's not been able to shake it off. Lemure, we may have to take him off at half-time. Shepperman, hopefully he won't be any injured before then. Varro, back to Pollock. Demboish comes forward. Demboish runs, and they've allowed him to run at him. He's going to cross that in, and it's flicked away, and that ball away. Vatters will get there. It's still alive. And half-time's calm, and nothing happening really. It's a bit of a tame affair, especially after the cup match. They've had 2 shots, one of which was on target, 35% of the possession. We've had 6 shots. We've not hit the target yet. 0.70 and 65% of the possession. I guess the thing to do is hit the target. And making 2 changes at half-time in this match. Shepperman, of course, hampered by that injury. So we've replaced him with Oakley. And the other change that we have made for now is Luke Vatters, who picked up a yellow card. And he's not doing particularly well either, and I think he's maybe just getting a little bit frustrated out there, which could cause us a problem. So we have replaced him with Latonda. 48 minutes on the clock, and it's Topos with the ball, and we need to be playing better this. If we want to get promoted on through the ranks, but Latonda cuts that out. Varro to O'Killy. Lemuri. Liveld. Selanese, who's not seen a lot of him today, plays that back to Lemuri. Quite sure why. It's crossed into the area. It's headed clear. Liveld is there. Liveld gets this back in. It's deep this time. It's through to Margray. Margray keeps it in, plays it back, and it's gone wide. And Bauhaus, it's gone for a corner actually, took a deflection. Well, levelling with Venlo to the back post, straight into the arms of the grateful goalkeeper. And this is the chance. Margray putting it back into the area, and it was the defender got in the way. With 58 minutes on the clock, making 2 more changes. Joran Bohut, who's not having a good day out there today. I think he's suffering from a bit of hangover from the cup match. I've replaced him with Tomezhnikov, and the other change we made, Patrick Varou, is getting tired, and we've replaced him with Omar Rekic. We have a corner, Latonda with a corner. This one's deep. Back post, it's gone in, and O'Killy's just come on, scored his second goal of the season, and he's 62 minutes on the clock. We do take that lead, and it's been hard work. Tell me it's been hard work. Oakley at the back post, nobody marking him, and he stuck it away, whether it's just because he's come on. And once again, we have a highlight from the restart, which is always a bit of a worry. As you know, I do not like it. And this ball given away. De Boys isn't going to get there, but it's... Oh, no. It's gone wide. Vasson out to Latonda. Rekic. It's just come on, of course. O'Killy in midfield. Selenais. Leveld into the area. He's been tackled, but he's going back out to get that ball. He's got a bit of support there. Selenais inside. Selenais has Lemure, but it's a poor ball, and Lemure needs to cut that out. We've won the ball back. Lemure wins it back. Oakley. Selenais, Rekic, and heads it in. And what's gone on is a penalty. And who was it was brought down? I can't see. It's behind Schmidt. Will not work out. We'll work out at some point or other who it was. Who's going to take the penalty? Van der Bosch is going to take the penalty. And he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. And it's 2-0 on 64. And I think we are good for breaking the record. I don't want to speak too soon. And those changes were needed. I think everybody had a little bit of a hangover. And with 68 minutes on the clock, making our final change, we are taking off Leveld, and we're bringing on Joran Gary. 86 minutes on the clock. It's goal kick, and it's Van der Beij picking that ball up. Pollock. I think what we need to do now is keep a clean sheet. Oakley through to Senelise, and he puts it away, and it was a good goal, his first goal of the season, and a 3-0 lead after 87 minutes, and we are there. And well, we've turned the gas up when we made the changes. I think, as I say, a lot of tired legs there from the game against Zwolle, and it's a good goal. 4 minutes of added time. We are in the 4th minute of those thing. Good defending there. Latonda out here, thwarting the Topos attack. Oakley to Tomezhnikov. We've not seen much of him. Selenais has created some space for himself. Tried to chip the goalkeeper, but it's gone over the top. And it's all over. A clean sheet and another win at the Mandamakers. And, well... we have broken the club record of 14 shots. Only 4 of them were on target. 3 were goals, 2.50 and 67% of the possession. Topos had 6 shots, 2 on target, 0.55 and 33% of the possession. It's a good day, and a man of the match for O'Killy, who come on as a substitute after 45 minutes in place of the injured Shepperman. And what a good day he had. 2 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance, 1 goal, a 7.9 for him. The penalty, just by the way, was Margret, was the player that was fouled in order to give us that penalty. And to be honest, he had a good day. He could easily have been player of the match. 3 key passes, 2 clear-cut chances, 7.8. He wasn't far away. Well, ahead of the look at the day's results, Shepperman is going to be out for 5 to 6 days. We have 6 days down to the game against Dordrecht. So I'm thinking that he possibly will not be available for that. But we've got more than enough cover. Yes, and Oakley will be back. And to be fair, has played really well, including that Player of the Match award. since he's come back. So it may well be that he will get an outing. We'll see how that is. Let's have a look at the day's results. This is how it's gone. Young Ajax beating Helmond Sport by a goal to nil. Den Bosch and Utrecht 1-1. Groningen beating Young AZ by 2 goals to 1. 2-2 draw between Maastricht and Excelsior. Breda beating Graafschap by a goal to nil. We've beaten Topos by 3 goals to nil, of course. Telstar losing to Emmen by a goal to nil. And Willem II only managing a draw against Venlo 2-2. So this is how the table looks at the end of the episode. We are top, 4 points clear of Groningen in second place on 26. Then come Emmen in third on 24. Willem are fourth on 24 points, but still with the game in hand, they could move up into third place. Excelsior on 22 points. Graafschap also on 22 points, but they played a game more. And then at the bottom end of the table, Telstar now 4 points adrift of Eindhoven with 4 points, Eindhoven with 8 points. And then there are a couple of teams on 9 points, Topos and Young PSV. And then there's a 3-point gap up to Den Bosch, who are in 16th on 12 points. I have worked out that we can actually look, if we go to the table, let's go back here a minute. If we go back a stage, look at this table, and we can actually look in here. And first period, we noted that Willem II got the playoff place. Young Ajax couldn't, of course. We would have got it, but we missed out by 4 points. In the second period, which we're currently in, we've played 4 of 10 matches, I think it is. We have 12 points, but then Groningen also have 12 points as well. So they're the team to watch. If we lose and they win, they could sneak a playoff place. So we need to be very careful. Willem II not had a good second period. They've only picked up 2 points in the last 4 games. So, yeah. That's not good for them, is it? They're not going well. The draw for the second round of the Dutch Cup is coming up tomorrow in game, which means that we will have the draw for you near the start of the next episode. We're going to play Dordrecht and Emmen offline. We're going to come back for Graafschap and Utrecht at the end of November. 2 games. Graafschap currently in 6th place, Utrecht in 11th place. Graafschap is going to be the tougher of the 2 matches. I think both of them will be tough, but yeah, those 2 matches, and then we'll play Den Bosch and Breda offline and come back for the Dutch Cup second round and FC Eindhoven in the episode after that at the end of December. Looks like there should be a bit of a gap there somewhere, and I'm thinking, is there a gap or not? I'd see really. Yes, because you've got the winter break here in Holland as well. So get to Eindhoven, and then we've got a winter break through to Telstar, which is basically the run of games all over again, of course. So there we go. That's how we're going. We're going very, very well. Let's hope it continues, shall we? Break some more records and get a playoff place from the second phase of the season. If you've enjoyed today's episode, then don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button to keep you up to date with all future episodes going Dutch and our other series, Bottom to the Top, as they are released. If you're not watching Bottom to Top, why not go and have a look at it? Don't forget to leave me a comment. Do love comments. Thank you very much for all those who have commented. As I said before, I will try and reply to them as soon as I am able to do so. New episodes going Dutch, released every Monday and Thursday. Hopefully this one will go out at 4:15 because I'm recording it on Sunday, so I hope so, and then the rest of the things will go out. Did say if you want me to release slightly later, because the figures are quite good going a little bit later, then let me know if you'd like me to release a little bit later. Anyway, that's where we are, and the best way of keeping up to date all that's happening on this channel. Videos outside of our 2 main series coming up very soon, and the best way of keeping up to date with when it's going to happen is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 6. It's out on Thursday. Until then, have a great week. Bye bye.